So in this video, I'm going to showcase a bit of my Amazon device collection, and then I'm going to talk about one of my absolute favorite thing that came out of this year's Consumer Electronics Show. So to start out with, and this is incidentally, this may seem like a repeat video for a lot of my other subscribers, a lot of my older subscribers, but anybody who subscribed to me recently and hasn't gone back, I'd say at least a couple of years. This will be new. This will be new to you. So to start out with, I got the Kindle keyboard 5 years ago, actually, and I got it because I'd heard that textbooks on Amazon were significantly cheaper, and it turns out they weren't lying. The book that I have the book that I got was an Introduction to Qualitative Methods book. This was for my master's program, and I was taking a couple of doctoral level classes. The book was $17. And I'd heard from other students that their copy, their paperback copy was like $55. So you can see major savings right there. But I absolutely loved the Kindle because not only was it cheaper, because if you think about it like this, $17, $55 for the book, then you had to send it off and make it accessible through either enlarging it or audio recording, which takes a long time. So, and a lot of people are going to say, well, if you have the right services, they already have that. This is true, but for a lot of textbooks, it's also not. Excuse me. And if you think about it, $17 plus no waiting, because the Kindle keyboard has built-in audio and the ability to enlarge text. So I get full accessibility right there for $17. And I get, just something that everybody else uses as opposed to be having to be a specialized device. The Kindle keyboard is now extinct. Now, what do I mean by that? It actually still works, but the software is outdated. It's seriously outdated. For instance, a lot of the newer skills, a lot of the newer items that you get on the newer Kindle software, like Wikipedia or Goodreads and whatnot, I don't get that on the Kindle keyboard. That being said, the screen was also... What's interesting is this Kindle keyboard at the time was $140. And nowadays, this exact same resolution screen belongs on the absolute bottom of the ladder Kindle, the basic one, for $79. And that just shows how far we've come in 5 years. And I think that that's just incredible, the fact that we were able to do that. So the Amazon Kindle Paperwhite remained my only device for quite a while. Then I saw an ad on Amazon. After I graduated with my master's, my family combined gave me $200 in Amazon gift cards, and that really got me going with where I am today with Amazon, which is a one-stop shop. I always look there before I look anywhere else. Anyway, so I saw an ad for the first generation Fire TV stick for $50. For $20. $20, and I'd been wanting to get into streaming sticks for a long time. I didn't know where to go. So I figured, I'm already a Prime member. What the heck? Let's do this. And I haven't regretted it. I honestly use that thing every single day. Now, I realize that what I have now is, I think, 2 generations behind, but it still works. And I know that the default remote for the first generation Fire TV stick, it didn't come with a voice, but if you download the Fire TV remote app, that is available for both Amazon, for Android. No, actually, yeah, Amazon's devices, Android, and iOS. You get that kind of voice functionality without having to get the remote. And that's cool because of the fact that the Fire TV does have the Amazon Alexa voice assistant. Then I got a Best Buy gift card and I decided to try out Amazon's Fire OS tablet. That's something I also haven't regretted. Although, if I did have to point out one negative, it's that the speaker is absolute crap. It'll work for, like, if you're in your bedroom or you're in, like, you're alone in your house, or you're perhaps maybe not alone, but there isn't much activity going on, you'll be fine. But anything above that, get yourself some headphones, because you'll definitely need them. Software-wise, loving it. I love the immersion reading. I love the ability to take a book and start reading it and then continue listening to it and then go back to reading it. It's just wonderful. And they recently introduced, although I personally have not tried this, an update to the Fire OS software on the tablets to allow for use with the Alexa voice assistant, which I have not, like I said, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to. And speaking of Alexa, I've already done a couple videos on this, so you're welcome to go back and take a look at them, but my Amazon Tap has become my always by my side companion. This is honestly, for anybody out there who may be blind watching this, this is literally the very last talking alarm clock you will ever need, because it's never wrong. You can set multiple alarms, and it does more than just be a clock. You can effectively utilize this as a weather aggregator, news aggregator, all kinds of different things. I'm not going to go into it, but trust me, it's well worth the investment. If you can't go for the Tap, go for the Echo Dot. It's $50. I'm serious. Last talking alarm clock you'll ever need. And then the most recent device that I got was an upgrade on my Kindle. I mentioned previously in the video that the Kindle keyboard's software is kaput. It's outdated. It's gone. Okay. So I decided to go ahead and get the Kindle Paperwhite. Now, I realize the Paperwhite's been out for a while. This is the 2016 edition. But if you compare it to the 5-year-old Kindle keyboard, it's lighter, major software enhancements. The number one thing for me, though, is the backlight. I love that backlight. Just that simple addition was just wonderful. Now, I did have a lighted case with the Kindle keyboard, but it only lit up a portion of the screen, and it just, compared to this, no contest. Seriously, no contest. That backlight is just wonderful. It doesn't glare. It doesn't affect my glare sensitivity. And it's honestly got me reading again. And this will be what I'm going to be taking to class this semester, assuming I can figure out how to work with PDFs with it. Because I tried last semester using my Fire tablet and putting it on books and utilizing it. Compared to a Kindle, I mean, it's me personally, it's no contest. Now, does that mean I'll stop using my Fire tablet? Absolutely not. I'm a Prime subscriber. I've got Prime Video, I've got Prime Music, I've got Prime free shipping. There's the Alexa voice assistant that I mentioned earlier. There's still plenty of uses that I can get out of the Fire tablet. So it's definitely going to continue to be used. But I do think that my school companion will end up being this Kindle, along with leisure reading. I recently came back from my brother's PhD graduation, and one of the things that I noticed was in airports, because of the characteristics of an airport, the phone that I have tends to get finicky with signals, and the battery kind of went dead pretty quick. Whereas with a Kindle, I wouldn't have that problem. So, and you're probably thinking, well, why not just bring your Kindle keyboard? Again, we talk about the software issue, and I do think that before long it'll probably be cut off from the Amazon bookstore, and I'd really rather not take that chance. Besides, 5 years, I'd say it's time for an upgrade. So those are all my Amazon devices. Now, in terms of CES, my favorite thing also had to do with Amazon, and that's why I'm lumping it into this video. Amazon's own devices are not the only ones that run Alexa. Another device that runs the Alexa voice assistant is the CoWatch. Now, I talked about the CoWatch earlier. I said I was going to get it. Well, I've got it. It's sitting on my wrist right now. And let me just make sure, yep, everything's in order. So the beautiful part is I can just tap. What's the weather in Los Angeles? And sometimes...
In Los Angeles, California, it's 60 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Tonight, you can look for showers with a low of 53 degrees.
Okay, so it can do a lot of things that Amazon's Alexa devices can do, but it can't do everything. It can't play music. It took me a while to get it to announce a package that I had ordered. Every time I asked where's my stuff, it would just freeze. So it's not perfect. CoWatch is a startup, and to make matters even more complicated, their software partner has been acquired by Google. So where this is going to go, I don't know. But to be honest, it's the Alexa, the fact that this works with Alexa, the fact that Alexa is on my wrist that keeps me interested in this platform. And Alexa is not just confined to smartwatches either. Like I told you, it's an open platform. It's an open platform. Lenovo announced their speaker at CES. The CoWatch, by the way, wasn't announced at CES. I just wanted to give a bit of an update on that because I know I spoke about it recently. But this speaker was. It looks kind of similar to an Amazon Echo. In my opinion, it's honestly better looking. And you've got two editions. You've got the 129 regular edition for this speaker. They're just calling it the Lenovo. What are they calling it? Just the Lenovo Alexa-powered speaker, I guess. Like I said, there are two editions: a 129 basic edition, which is the same price as the Amazon Tap. Now, if you were to get the higher-end version, which is the same price as the Amazon Echo, you're getting something that the Echo doesn't have. If you're strictly comparing AC-powered smart speakers, apples to apples, one Alexa speaker to another, in that realm of AC-connected speakers, you are getting one thing that the Amazon Echo itself does not have, and that is Harman Kardon stereo sound. That is Lenovo's $179 take, and it's going to be interesting. Given the fact that you get a much better audio experience with Lenovo's variant, I wonder what that's going to do to Amazon's own Echo sales. So it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. Amazon has also partnered up with Westinghouse and Seiki, S-E-I-K-I, a Japanese, I think they're Japanese, TV manufacturer. You remember how many years ago we talked about, or not we, but people talked about Apple baking their Apple TV software into specific television sets? Apparently they gave up. Amazon didn't. They worked out a deal with Westinghouse to put Fire TV directly into these Seiki and Westinghouse 4K television TV sets. Now, the really cool thing is that if we look at what Alexa can do, she can do all the things that the Fire TV stick that I mentioned earlier can do, or the standard Amazon Fire TV. But she can also do more. For instance, we've got a cable box, a PlayStation 4, and a Nintendo Wii all hooked up to the TV downstairs. Okay? With this particular television set, I could actually have Alexa switch over to that particular source and not have to remember what remote I use to get that, or what input something is on. This is cool. This is really cool. The really cool thing, in addition to the fact that it's baked in, is that they're giving this to their lower end 4K TV offerings. Now, I don't know what that means in terms of price necessarily, because I remember when 4K TVs first came out, they were pretty expensive, and Sony in particular had one that cost what, $4,000 or $5,000. But that's been several years ago, so it'll be interesting to see where this goes. But in addition to portable speakers and wristwatches, smartwatches, which the Co-Watch, by the way, is not the only one running the Alexa voice assistant. The other one is the Martian line of smartwatches, their voice command series. But the reason I didn't get that one is because I did not want to have to send the watch back to Martian to have the battery replaced every couple of years. I'm just not comfortable doing that. Plus $70. I mean, that's a bit steep. Anyway, so in addition to smartwatches and your speakers, and now the TV sets that Alexa's in, and this does not include the fact that also she has been made to work with ovens and refrigerators and whatnot. And offhand, I can't remember exactly what models, but she is one powerful woman, and there is one more place that she is going to go, and that is on the road. Amazon and Ford have partnered, and the Alexa voice assistant is going to be made available in all Ford vehicles with Ford's Sync 3 stereo system. And I believe the newest vehicle to get it is the Ford EcoSport or EcoSport. I think they want it to be pronounced EcoSport to coincide with the Explorer and the Escape and whatnot. But the EcoSport, it's a super teeny-weeny SUV based on the Ford Fiesta, and it's coming to the US for the first time, and I believe it's the first vehicle to have Alexa on board. And this is incredible. There were also some things that I don't remember their names, what the devices are, but there were also some other devices that packed Alexa into them. One of them, I think, can only be described as a light ring on a base. So it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. I'm very excited about this. But what do you guys think? Thank you for watching. Comments are welcome, and have a nice day.